Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be doing a tier list for the very popular Netflix series, Squid Game. Recently just finished Squid Game, and I thought it was a very great series, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on a characters tier list. Now, today, for the players, I think I'm just going to refer to them by their numbers in the game because lots of the names are very difficult to pronounce. Um, but yeah, Squid Game was a great series that recently came out, and a lot of people have been talking about it. So I thought I would make a characters tier list for you guys. So yeah, let's get started here. So first here we have the main character in the series, player 456. I think he's a great character. I'm gonna put him in S tier. He is a great main character for the series. I like how you follow his journey. You see his struggles through his perspective, and then the journey he goes through in the Squid Games um, is just very great. I think they did a really great job with his character. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in S tier. Next tier we have player 240. And for me, I'm gonna put her in the B tier. I definitely think that she um, was a good character, but we only really see her not that long. But her connection or talks with 067 were great, and I definitely think that she was a solid B tier character. Now, next here we have the deputy police chief or the deputy police officer who goes and sneaks in to the game looking for his brother. And yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna put him in the C tier. He had some alright scenes. The scene with him in the VIP is definitely weird, but I definitely think that he has some potential. And yeah, so for me, just a very neutral character for me, so C tier. Next here we have player 101, who is basically the main villain for the main antagonist through the most of the series. And for me, I think he's a very solid character. I'm gonna put him in A tier. I think he did a really great job playing a very um, great villain for these series. Next here we have one of the Squid Game workers. I'm gonna put this dude in C tier. We don't really see this guy much. Um, it's a rule in the Squid Game, of course, that you cannot reveal your face. So he gets threatened by one of the players when he doesn't advance to the following round, and he says that he's going to shoot him if he doesn't reveal himself. So he does, and then he ends up getting killed anyways. So yeah, not much to say about him. Don't really know too much about him. So yeah. Next year we have player 199. This is Ali. Um, I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I think this guy was really great. Um, he had great relationships with the group. Um, and with player 218, just crazy to me. The marbles game with player 218, really sad for 199. But yeah, I think he was a solid character who added a lot to the group. Next here we have player 067, and she was fantastic. I'm going to put her in the S tier. She got way better and better just as the episodes kept going on. She became a fan favorite, and she was absolutely incredible. I also remember hearing that this was her first acting appearance in anything, and she did a phenomenal job. I mean, just the pure emotion in the marbles game, and then her emotion talking to player 456 is great. She did a very great job in the show, so for me, she's got to be in the S tier. Next here we have the doll or the shooter from Red Light, Green Light. And for me, I'm going to put this thing in the B tier. I mean, this thing really doesn't talk or communicate, but I love Red Light, Green Light. I think that was a very great game. So just for that alone, I'm going to put him in the B tier. Next year we have the frontman, and I think this guy is great. I think he's very mysterious. I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I really like the twist when you find out who the is behind the frontman's identity. I think it's a very nice addition of what who they chose for that position. And yeah, I think he was a very solid kind of lead for the games. There's the host, then there's the front man who's kind of like the host, who's kind of like the secondary person for that individual game, and then you have the VIPs. But yeah, A tier character for me. Next year, this is the guy, I can't remember his name, but he is the guy um, who plays the game with all of these Squid Game contestants beforehand, and you got to throw. Um, so you pick either the blue or the red, and you got to throw, and you got to try and flip it over on the ground. And eventually, when they do, they get invited to the Squid Game. And I think he's a C tier character. Again, we don't really know much about this guy other than what his kind of job is as a worker in the Squid Game. So yeah, C tier. Next is player 212, and she is F tier. Wow, was she really, really annoying. I get it that she added a lot to the story with her relationship with 101, and then eventually becoming friends with player 456's group. But man, she was just super, super annoying, and she was the only character I really couldn't stand in the show. I mean, maybe the VIPs as well. They could have been a little bit better, but she was just awful. So F tier. Next year we have player 218, Sang-woo. And I think he is S tier. Of course, he has a big transformation in the series. And of course, wants that big cash prize at the end and will do anything for that. But I think he is a great kind of secondary lead in the group. I mean, the guy is very, very smart. And overall, he was a great character in the series, very prominent character as well. Next year we have player 001, and I'm going to put this guy in the A tier. I mean, with the twist at the end, I actually did not really see that coming until after I finished the series and I saw the clues with it. So I'm not going to give away the twist in the end with 001, but I think it was very great how they executed that. Um, and yeah, so I think he's an A tier. I think his interactions with player 456 are very great and make for some of the best conversations in the entire show. So yeah, this is the tier list for the main characters on Squid Game. So we have an S tier player 456, player 067, and player 218. An A tier player 101, player 199, the frontman, and player 001. In B tier we have player 240 and the red light, green light doll. In C tier, we have the police officer, the Squid Game employee, and then the other Squid Game employee who um, is there to give them the phone number to call to enter the Squid Game. And then in F tier here, we have player 212, who was just completely awful. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Squid Game series, and I hope you guys check it out on Netflix. It is very, very great and definitely worth the watch. It is very popular right now and is a great discussion point all throughout the internet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this characters tier list video, and peace out.